All right, good morning, everyone. Listen, welcome to another edition of the VectorVest Jockey Club. My name is Steve Chappell. I'm the Director of Educational Services here, and I am delighted to be your host for today. Listen, there's always opportunity every single day to make money in the stock market, and that's the spirit of the Jockey Club. What we want to do here, particularly for anyone that's new, joining us for the first time, you're going to find that this is a dynamic trading room that you're gonna see today. And listen, it's our objective here at VectorVest to show you clear, concise techniques on how to make money with the VectorVest Derby, which is a very special tool we have here at VectorVest, and show you how to do that day in and day out. Uh, as long as we keep our risk in check, I think we're in business. Let's just go back to the timing graph. Make sure that we start to move a little bit higher when we do pull the trigger with the composite price. So we're going to watch this just for a little bit. We're going to watch the market timing graph together. It looks like it's this most recent bar is trying to move a little bit higher. Let me drop it down to the 1 minute bars just to see if there's any activity going on in there. Yeah, and we're starting to come up off of that low. You see that on the 1 minute chart basis? All right, so let's just let's go back over. I think that it's going to be it looks like it's going to be a more difficult day today than I would have liked, but everything that I'm seeing right now, and remember this, the Derby is an incredibly powerful tool. Everything that I'm seeing right now is leading me to make that call. In fact, I've already missed out on over 1% just by being objective, okay? But I'm not going to worry about that. I've seen these strategies go up well more than 10% in a day, all right, should the market follow suit, and it's likely that it's going to do that. So I'm going to go back over to RoboTrader. Who's ready to pull the trigger? What do you guys think out there? I pulled. Go ahead, pull it. You're late. Yep, okay. We're going to place the orders. We're going to send them across. All right, I'll just preview those orders. Make sure I don't see anything too crazy here. Looks like the estimated costs are in check. We'll place those orders and send them across. All right, there we go. And now we're going to start to see all those positions begin to fill. And we'll come back and check on that. Okay, we'll come back and check on that here in just a bit. But here's our first alert. We've been executed on a number of stocks. You can see them starting to get filled as we're speaking here. And looks like we're already starting out in the right direction. We're up 0.07% on a current basis. All right, so we'll come back to this in just a bit, up 0.2% now, treading higher. Look at that, we're off to a good start. Isn't it a fun day today? All right, up 0.25%. We can just sit here and watch that rise. Here's the equity curve. You can see it's really starting to move higher. We're up 0.5% already. 0.7%, 0.9, we're almost up 1% right out of the gate. Ralph says, glad we pulled. Ralph, I tell you, I was a little cautious, more cautious today than I even normally am myself. But yeah, I'm glad we pulled too. We're up 1.25%, 1.3%, 1.5%. Oh man, we're heading the right direction. All right, so now listen. Let's get back to being objective, unemotional. We're traders, right? So we can't get tied up in the emotion and seeing this thing skyrocket like this. We're happy, right? But remember this, once we start to get a sizable gain here, there's a couple of things that I really like to look at with these portfolios. First thing is, I really like to see that the portfolio continues to make higher watermarks every 15 minutes to 30 minutes or so, right? If it starts to soften, listen, I'll walk out of here with a 2.25% gain today. No problem. Okay. We've already done our job for today in about 2 minutes. The next thing is we definitely don't want to give more than half of the high water mark away. So if we go up 3%, I'm not going to walk out today with less than 1.5%. Just not going to do it. It doesn't make any sense because tomorrow is another day, right? And we're up almost 3% right now, folks. Up almost 3%. Look at that. 2.96, 3.13. Oh man, 3.25. I'm just gonna sit here and watch this. You know what? I used to play a lot of video games. I don't do that anymore. I get all my excitement right here. I'm too old for video games now anyway, too. But 3.75%. Almost 4%. Now, Jerry's going to be really unhappy with me if I don't keep at least half of this, right? Jack says, I pulled early. I'm up 5%. William says, how cool is that? Go, baby, says Raymond. Wow, says, yep, yep. Uh, Gordon's telling me to sell. Sell. I tell you what, I'm going to let this baby ride a little bit, but I am going to use those couple of rules. I'm going to continue to watch this sucker. I'm going to continue to see it go higher and higher, hopefully. But if it starts to pare back, we're going to keep our eye on it. Right now, I'm going to try to walk out of here with, at least a 2% gain today. Walking out with anything less than that would not make any sense whatsoever. And these things can move pretty quickly. So I'm going to have to keep my eye on this a little bit. And hopefully you're getting some excitement with me just by watching this thing move. But we're up 4.33%, 4.25. Now, let me ask you this question. And I think this is an important question. Without VectorVest, right? Without VectorVest and the Derby, would you have been able to pull the trigger like that today? Without VectorVest and the Derby, would you be able to pull the trigger like that today? And heck no. That's why I love VectorVest. Jonathan says, amazing. Big indices are flat. Right. But we're up 4.76%, 4.8. We're almost 5%. I told Jerry I was going to double his portfolio by the time he got back. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. I'm getting a little lucky in that regard, I suppose, but we're off to a good start nonetheless. We're at 4.92%. 4.92, 4.87. Oh man, let's go back into the Derby. All right, enough of this but I want to keep my eye on it. So as a matter of fact, I am going to keep that detached and keep my eye on it just a little bit. All right, so let me put this over here. I don't want to lose a lot of that gain. All right, we're at 4.8% still. Okay, now back to the Derby, because there's opportunity all the time, okay? And so, whoa, look at this. Bottom fishing and rising industries is now 11% for the day. So we've only got about half of that gain, actually less, about 40% of that gain on a current basis, okay? AC's percent price poppers up 6.83, MACD 6. Bottoms up is starting to percolate to the top. I've seen a lot of bottom fishers up there lately, which is a little unusual in that the bottom fishers tend to do really, really well right at market bottoms. That's where they tend to do the best. But, I think it's just a matter of the stocks that they're finding, and energy looks to be on a nice tear. We're up 5.5% now, guys. 5.5%.